I was complaining about Slussen when I filmed there. This is one of my favorite stations for a lot of reasons. I jokingly call it the bathroom station because of all this blue tile, which you can probably see better if I turn this way, behind me. But yeah, it's just this, but I still like the station very much. This is basically preserved from the way it originally was in the 1950s. The station opened in 1952, and so we'll look around a little bit. One thing I want to point out before I forget is if we move down the platform a little bit, I have all these signs on the track wall that say Hötorget. And we keep moving down. We're going to see something a little different. They've put up 2 vintage ads here. One for some kind of like mineral water and the other one for chewing gum. But also, the sign says Kungsgatan, which was the original name of this station. So, and this also, that's in a... I'm a little bit of a typeface nerd, and this is a different typeface. This typeface is from the late 1950s, and this is what they used later on. This is kind of the transit agencies or companies' official typeface for quite a long time, and I really like this one. This one is nice in its own right, but it's different. This is one they used in the earlier part of the 1950s. The same thing, by the way, on the other side, the same 2 ads and a sign that says Kungsgatan. I'm not sure whether these signs are original or whether they are recreations, but anyway. So this station has a lot of exits, and we're going to try to cover them all. So we're going to the south end of the station to see what's down here. By the way, if we look up in the ceiling, we have these neon lights, neon tubes in the ceiling. These are the station art. So, and the nice thing about that is that it provides the station with some art, but doesn't ruin the overall 1950s effect of the station. So, I like this a lot. So. Oh, they've numbered the exits, which I think is very interesting. 7 and 9 and 8. So let's check this out. Those fare gates will kill you if you let them. I don't care for them. But anyway. Oh, Rap World hasn't opened yet. Okay. Let's see here. Numbering the exits is a good idea. You saw that these were numbered 7, 8, and 9. I believe the station has a total of 9 street entrances, exits. So this is one facing Sveavägen. What I'm not seeing is any indication of which one this is. So that's a bit of a letdown. But SL's kind of notorious for not following through. So one of these is 7 and the other is 9, but I don't know which one is which. Because there's no indication of which exit you're at, and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so this exit is onto Malmskillnadsgatan, which, as you can see, is a level above Sveavägen and above a lot of the other streets in the city. If we were to go south that way, we would get to, or maybe it's this way. I feel a little unsure. Actually, it's going to be this way. We'd go north to our left. We would get to a bridge over Kungsgatan, which is one of the big downtown streets in Stockholm. Please open. Thank you. So I'm going to look to see, because I'm wondering if there was some signage that I missed that told us which of these was 7. Oh, actually, there is. It's just very subtle. Right there on the wall, there's a 9, a green 9. I don't see a 7 over here, but I could be missing it, just like I did the 9. Who knows? This exit will take us up onto, as the sign says, Hötorget near Hötorget itself. Hötorget is actually a square. Without being too fanciful, you can translate this as Haymarket Square. Hö means hay and torg means square, but often a market square. So I think we're going to head to the far end. The exits there are basically pretty unremarkable. What's in the middle is a little more interesting. So we'll cover the dull stuff first. Northbound train coming in on that track. We'll just continue to head down to the far end. So we're about to cross Sveavägen. It's one of the major streets in central Stockholm. So, thank you for sharing. The other entrance at this end is across the street, so I thought we'd just go over there and use that entrance to get back in. And then we can see what's in the middle, which is at the intersection up the street there, about a block away. So, yeah. Oh boy. It's not hot by American standards, but it's definitely warm. I think it's in the low 80s Fahrenheit. And we're just not really equipped for that here. So it just can be very uncomfortable. I honestly don't know that I have ever used this side before to enter or exit, so this kind of feels new. Okay. Oh, I thought that was out of order because it had a sign on it that said it was out of order. But apparently it's not actually out of order. So. Because the top here, what we will see is there's a sort of underground square with shops, and there's a street exit at each corner. So. My brain works differently from the way they do things here. You'll see how this says Kungsgatan mot Stureplan, Sveavägen mot Sergels torg. Kungsgatan mot Stureplan, that's east. Sveavägen mot Sergels torg, that's south. This is the southeast corner of Kungsgatan and Sveavägen. And that's what I would call it. So, anyway. This side says Konserthuset, Hötorget. This is the main city concert hall, and we can actually go up here and take a look. This exit's actually built into one side of the concert hall. There's actually a sign there for the concert hall. So, yeah. There are a couple of other shops here along the street. There's a Tesla dealership across the street. Why? I can't imagine, but anyway, there is one. Well, this is the beautiful concert hall, which you can't see because it's covered in plastic. Welcome to Stockholm in the summer. Everything's being worked on, it seems. Anyway. This is the intersection of Kungsgatan, the street we've been walking along, and Sveavägen, which is this wide street that's running left and right here. A bit in the distance, you can see a bridge over Kungsgatan. If you remember that I said we exited at Malmskillnadsgatan, and I said if we walked a bit north, we'd be on a bridge over Kungsgatan. It's that bridge. A little farther along, there's another street that has a bridge over Kungsgatan. I believe it's Regeringsgatan, but don't quote me. But anyway, so this is... Oh, here we can kind of get a little bit better idea of what the concert hall actually looks like. The blue walls are kind of distinctive, so yeah. Anyway, this is looking south towards Hötorget, and this is looking north. So, I think we can cross here but I think I'm going to want to cross again, but that's fine. And then go in across the street, but that's fine. I'm ready to get out of this sun, I can tell you. Oh dear. So. One thing this does have is departure boards, so you can see what's happening with the service before you even enter this. And we will take a quick spin around this square and see what's here. And then I think I can wrap this up. So this sign is an interesting mix. Kungsgatan in the direction of Drottninggatan, or as we say in English, west. Sveavägen norrut. Norrut means north, northward. So, yeah, subway, if you want that. It's a subway in the subway. You can get a bagel if you want that. You can get your nails done. You can go to the convenience store and get a magazine or something to drink. Coop is actually a grocery store. So Hötorget, that is Hair 3000. So apparently that is a hair salon. Matba. This is new in Sweden. I'm not sure where that's from, but anyway. Gigamex looks like they do cell phone repairs and accessories. Espresso House, this is a big chain of coffee places, and that's pretty much it. So I'll head back downstairs and wrap this up. Just gotta fish out my card. There we go. So that's it for now. So I think I'm done here at Hötorget. So we will see you in the next one. Thanks for being with me. Enjoyed it.